Hi everyone, it's Molly. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. You are going to see in this video tonight the tale of Goldilocks. I created 3 4-foot by 4-foot paintings, and this final one was a success. The other 2, first one came out a little too green. The next one came out not quite the right design. This third one, I think I got the stretching and the swiping and the colors all together. We did take out the orange and the yellow. So this is going to be an ocean blue swipe this time. The colors really blended well together, and I think that it's gonna be a better feel for this painting than having that bright orange and that bright yellow in there. So let's paint. All right, hello everyone. I'm at it again, Goldilocks. I talked with the client. We actually did a call together, and we decided to go, since really what they wanted were ocean blues, we were adding the yellow and the orange really just for pops of color. There were so many recommendations on my last video about this. Thank you so much to everyone. For anyone that's trying this color combination, I do agree with a few things that were said. The blue, phthalo blue that I used and the orange were just clashing. It needed to either be a softer yellow, softer orange, maybe layered in with a little bit of white. I had left white out of the paintings as well. So we went a totally different direction this time. We took out the lime green, the orange, and the yellow. We are going straight with ocean blues. I'm hoping that you can't go wrong there. And we're doing, again, same thing, thick paint mixed with Floetrol and gloss medium varnish. And I decided to make a metallic turquoise blue color, like a bluish green color. It's really, really pretty. I added in a bunch of silver to make it metallic. So I'm hoping that that is gonna be it. This is it, everybody. This is a 4-foot by 4-foot canvas. If you have been on my journey of these big canvases for this commission, and Sam is amazing. He has been, we've been literally going through this for months now, and he's been really supportive while I've been trying to figure this out. So one thing did happen. Look at how tiny this is. I broke my big, long spatula. So I am hoping that this is gonna be enough to swipe through, because I don't have another one. So, and it's just the same size as this one. My husband bought it for me. I sent him to like multiple stores. So that's what I'm working with. All right, he's gonna be out here in a second to help me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started pouring. I layered each cup a little bit differently, and oh my gosh, these are so heavy. And I am gonna do the reverse ring pour. Oh my gosh, I've started. It's started. I'm doing the reverse ring pour again. Okay, I've got good contrast so far, and my ring pour lines are gonna be, here comes my white. The center of my ring pour is going to be swiped through, I think. So I'm not like super concerned about what the center part looks like, unless it comes out amazing. Like that one was really pretty. Whew, first one down. I'm gonna go ahead and torch because I see lots of air bubbles. I mixed these up earlier. It took me actually a couple of hours to do it and let them sit and pop air bubbles, and there's still a ton, but all right. The next one, where do I want to do that one? I think I'm gonna come around to this side of the table. Okay, I can't get to that side of the table. These ocean blues, this is so much better. Okay. The reverse ring pour really allows you to not get so much paint in the center. This one has a lot of white. Oh, it's pouring out of both sides. Okay, that center is going to be swiped through for sure. Huh. But this is good. This is looking good. I am happy. My last reverse ring pour I'm going to do over on that side, but I may save a little bit and have just a little bit over here. Oh, this one's got the prettiest colors thus far. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one. Wow, that one's really pretty. And then pour the rest of this one over here. Ooh, that had a lot of white. Lot of white. But again, these are gonna be swiped through. So I did them in ring pours so that I would get interesting lines after I swipe through them. You could, I'd also had recommendations of just puddle pouring the paints on the canvas, and you can do that as well. So I am already contemplating where I want, and I know that this, if I leave this like this corner, I feel like it's going to be predominantly white, and I have no white over there. This ring pour looks really good. I'm so nervous. I always tell everybody, you know, it's just paint. You could redo it, but I have redone it. This is my redo. Okay, so I think I'm gonna swipe. I am gonna stretch it out just slightly. It's already actually pretty stretched out to the sides, so I don't know. Maybe if I just, without my husband, maybe if I, oh my gosh, this is heavy. Oh, with this much paint on here, this is so heavy. I hope it doesn't fall off my paint stands. Okay. Whew. Wow, that's heavy. I kind of feel like this would just be cool as is, like just tilting it. I can almost do this by myself on my stands, but I ain't trying that. See, I knew that corner, once I stretched it out, would kind of be smushed up. That's okay. So I'm gonna get the weight of the paint back to the center of the canvas. And again, I'm not looking for my rings to stay intact. They're gonna be swiped through. They're gonna be the interest. Okay, so I think well, that's good. I stretched that out by myself. Okay, now I'm going to get I have paint everywhere already. Now I'm gonna get my Australian Floetrol and Amsterdam white laid down. And that's mixed 1 part paint to about 3 parts Australian Floetrol. I'm gonna use the little mini spatula and see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it on I have a feeling it's gonna be too tiny and I'm not gonna be able to swipe all the way through, but what? Those cells are awesome. Oh, that's pretty. Very pretty. I'm gonna come in again. I'm gonna try my other palette knife just because it has a wider base to it. Ooh, drip that on through there. Okay. So the swipe itself is going to be the lacing as it stretches out. And that's going to be almost like a light blue. And then the colors are going to be all throughout it. I think my next swipe, I'm going to come over here. Swipe down from this area. Slower you swipe, the more that the cells will kind of pop up. I was not very prepared for this part. Okay, I'm going to continue this swipe down through here. Where you swipe is so important. Like, I love the lines that are through here. I'm definitely going to swipe some through there because I don't like that center as much. I can't even walk through here. I want this to be more blue than white, so I'm going to swipe right here. It's very difficult to do this, to try to figure out what your painting is actually going to look like once you stretch it. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, before it gets stretched out, figure out what it's going to look like. And that's very difficult to do. I'm going to do... Before I was just doing straight linear swipes. Now I'm actually swiping through and it's giving a little bit more of a design, and I really like that. So I'm gonna try that one more time. Oh, I dripped. Let me see if I can fix it. Oh no. Okay. See, that is really cool. All right, I'm gonna get my husband and stretch this out. Wish me luck, everybody. It's so big. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you. I'm definitely not going to be able to show the entire thing while it's wet and laying here, but there's some of the lacing here. This is my favorite. Oh, my feet are in paint. my favorite portion up there. This is my husband's favorite part too. I'm sticking. While we were going through it, he's like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I'm like, thanks, babe. There we go. Little starlet there. There we go. So I think I'm gonna have the orientation this way. And it's reading very blue on camera, but it's actually a lot of turquoise. And yeah, super excited about this one. I really like the lines. I'm so glad I stuck with it. Love that little piece right there. That swipe of lacing ended up just being kind of white, and I'm okay with it because I think it gives a nice flow. But yeah, I'm gonna spin it around once it's dry and see which I like the best, but I think it's probably gonna be that way. Get the light out of there. All right, I will show you how it dries. We did it! So, oh, wow. It looks pretty blue from here, but there is a lot of aqua and turquoise that's in there. And my camera just isn't picking it up as well. But it is really pretty. So I'm gonna start up here in this corner and just kind of take you down. So we got rid of the orange and the yellow and the lime green. We decided to just go ocean blue because that's what they really wanted. And they wanted something peaceful and, you know, serene. And with the other colors, I used like a bright orange and a bright yellow, and it was too energetic. And I haven't decided exactly which way I'm gonna hang it, but I like the white balance here. But the cells, the lacing, it's really pretty in the swipe areas. There's so many interesting lines throughout it. That is really cool. Up here. And I got, oh, see, I can't even back up. I got a lot of questions of whether I would spray varnish or regular varnish. And I still regular varnish these, but I'm gonna talk with the client and see what they want. But I'm super excited. It is possible. But I really like it. I hope that you do too. Thanks so much for watching. Happy painting. Bye. I wanted to come back on at the end and just give you a little bit of info about how everything turned out. So the client really liked the piece. Taking out the orange and the yellow, it allowed for it to truly have an ocean feel, and they wanted something to remind them of the ocean and to be serene. And I really feel like that is what came across in this painting now. When you're doing commissions, you may have to edit out some colors that the client originally wanted. And it's really up to your eye as the artist to kind of figure out what you need in the painting, what you don't need in the painting, and come to a decision together with them. It took multiple texts, multiple phone calls and emails to get it there, but I wanted to stick with this one because it was one of their first commissions that they've ever tried to purchase from another artist, and I really wanted the experience to be good for them. I will reuse those other canvases. I will possibly even sell them at a later point. I'm using one in my bedroom right now, the green one in my guest bedroom. So I made some art for myself at that point. But I just wanted you to realize and to know the struggle is real. It is not always easy to do commission work, to create these paintings, especially with fluid art. but if you stick with it, you can likely get an outcome that you and the client really like. And if you can't, it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Be honest with your client and simply say, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's going to work out. I have done this, and I will tell you, it saves you the angst and the worry and the fretting. It saves you all of that if you're just honest up front with the client. I don't think that I can create what's in your mind's eye. I don't think that, I can put these colors together to make this painting. If you're honest, I have not had someone yet, knock on wood, that has been upset about that. So I hope that you enjoyed this little mini series of 4 foot by 4 foot swipes. I learned a ton when I was doing them. I'm a perfectionist. I would probably do this over 5 or 6 more times. I still look at the painting that I did today, and while I love it, it's always there to think, maybe I could have used this color, maybe I could have swiped here. But in the long run, the client is happy, and that makes me so happy. So hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.